and welcome back to Valkyrie Flight, episode 18. I'm your GM and host and forgetter of things, Bazag, and we're in the middle of Lightning in a Bottle. This will be part 3 of this arc. So let's get right into it and introduce our players. Let's go and from reverse order of what's in Roll20. Doctor.
I am Sarah, aka Skyship, and I'm Dr. Kalani Jar.
Captain.
You know me, you love me. It's AdCon as Captain Tatachesko.
Lieutenant Commander, the Tactical Officer.
Phoenix Blue here as the maybe not so ever logical Lieutenant Commander Stefan.
And our Science Officer.
Bookwormy here as Lasan Thesaurus.
Also, Lieutenant Commander is our Chief Engineer.
Hi, I'm Sir Boulevard, and I'm playing Lieutenant Commander Mazaka. And
there we have it. So let's see where we're up to. Last time we left off, the captain, our science officer, and our chief engineer were quote unquote captured. It's more like being escorted than, you know, like being weapons thrown in their face, but they're being escorted to the base of some kind of people who just assaulted the castle. So that happened. There isn't much detail of what's going on just yet, but the doctor and our tactical officer managed to knock out a couple of their pursuers and have taken one of them into the runabout. So that's where we'll start off with the runabout. The door opens up to the runabout as the guy's still unconscious.
We've got this guy blindfolded, right?
Yeah.
We put a bag over his head.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's unconscious. He's got a bag over his head. He doesn't know what's going on, but you see on the console of the runabout as you enter that there is the blinking light alert indicating that the other team that you've separated from have activated their emergency, and you see the beacon of where they are. They're going away from you, deeper into the forest. But you're getting an idea of where they are now and what kind of direction they're going in.
Okay, that'll be useful. Dr. Jar, we need to convince our guests that our intentions are not hostile. Do you have suggestions?
Well, I would think that taking the bag off his head would be a good start, but I don't think that's an option.
Unfortunately, not without violating the Prime Directive.
Is there anywhere we can put him where we can at least let him use all 5 senses? Because he's probably feeling pretty threatened. I mean, generally, we just abducted him.
Well, for the moment, he is still unconscious, right?
Right, but when he wakes up...
Yeah.
I will. Wait. Yes. If Lasan was there, she could use her telepathy, but Lasan isn't there.
Nope, Lasan is busy making friends.
And influencing people.
I bet she's read that book.
Probably.
Yeah. Well, I suppose we don't need to be in the runabout to actually interview this individual.
I suppose that's true. Yeah, no, let's find somewhere that's relatively secure.
Okay. First, though, I'm going to download the captain's location, or the rest of the crew's location onto my tricorder.
Yep, you're able to just interface with the tricorder and get a hookup At this range, the data's pretty clear, and you've gotten up to date. You see the dot still moving on the tricorder.
Excellent. Okay. We will now be able to track them.
Good. Well, and I just I'm gonna grab like a hypo spray from the runabout as well, and I'm just gonna whenever you're ready for me to wake him.
All right. Well, let's. Yeah. Once we're out of the runabout, I'd say we'd be ready.
Kind of like prop him up against the trunk of a tree before I hit him with the hypo spray.
Just presume you like close the door to the shuttle before you take you do all that.
Yeah. Just it's still like invisible, right? Right.
Yeah. So with the door closed, it's fully invisible. So just give me a reason medicine difficulty. No, I'll make it a 0 check. This is an easy check for a doctor. Just
Okay.
a chance to build some momentum.
All right, 1.
Okay. So he slowly and groggily sort of wakens. He looks at you.
I'm gonna stay crouched by his side.
He
And I'm gonna ask him, how do you feel?
He's still
Have you
sort
removed
of
the
coming.
blindfold?
I presume the blindfold has been removed.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's still fairly groggy. Like he doesn't seem particularly aware right at this moment of his particular circumstances, but he seems got a bit of a headache, but yeah, fine. And then looks up to you and like sort of reacts. You tied him up, didn't you?
Oh yes.
Yeah. And he finds that he can't move. Like, so like he sort of like reacts to your presence in a like not aggressive, but somewhat, like he's not comfortable. You can definitely tell that.
Remain calm. You will not be harmed.
What's your name?
Sort of glares at you, trying to figure out what's going on. I'm actually going to roll for him, so this will be 2d20. I'll let everyone see the results because
Just for kind of his situational awareness?
Yeah,
or?
just for his like situational awareness. He like so this is both for like his reading of you as people, as well as what options he sort of has to respond. He as you say that, he sort of softens a bit. What do you want? He's still unsure, but like he does seem to believe that you don't want to actually hurt him.
What's your name?
Jax.
Jax, I'm Kalani.
He nods silently.
And this is Stefan.
Greetings. I regret our initial meeting was not under better circumstances.
He sort of like looks oddly at you. And all right. So, what is it you want from me?
Your compatriots took 3 of our companions. We hoped we might be able to determine where and why.
Apologies for the motorbike in the background, as I'm sure that came through on the microphone.
Mazaka has somehow brought the motorbike and is escaping his cat.
God damn it, Zaka!
Suck it!
It's the Mazaka cycle.
I can
Cycle.
I can tell you the why. We were, well, attacking is the only word that I can think of at the castle. The power measures there had been taking a more aggressive stance in the past weeks, and we needed to do something. You were there running away and just triggered everything, and we had to react quickly. Someone's making some noise there somewhere. But
sorry.
It was basically a reaction. I think they're gonna be taken back to our base, but I don't know what's gonna happen.
Kalani, do you think it is safe to remove his restraints?
I don't believe he has any intention of hurting us.
If we remove your restraints, Jax, will you cooperate with us?
In
Whatever. Yeah.
In what way? What?
We would like to accompany you to your base, if that is permissible, to recover our lost crew members. Additionally, we would like to learn more information as to why you chose to attack the castle.
He looks at you again and he's going to do another roll. 2d20. Okay, that's good enough. You really don't know what's going on, do you?
We are not from this local area, I'm afraid.
Sort of tilts his head and slightly, well, no, I don't suppose you are. Alright. Maybe, yes, I think I can help you.
I'll undo his restraints.
They
Actually,
will-
before I do that, I'm going to do a insight check to make sure he's like actually cooperating and not just putting on a veneer.
Okay, do a
Tru-
inside security.
Trust but verify, I like to say. Does my observation focus apply, or
I'm gonna say yes.
okay? I like that answer. 3 successes.
Okay, from this was a difficulty 2, so you get another momentum. He does seem to be wary, but he's also seemingly on the level. Like,
Okay, so he's genuine.
he's genuine that like maybe that like he thinks that maybe they can get something out of it as well, like some kind of alliance or like sharing of information. Like he does seem to be remember like particularly the like he is aware that you like shot him, and Yeah, and so that could be helpful. So, and that he's like part of that is still awake. So he believes from that role, basically, he believes your intentions are good, and that it may be helpful.
And that we could make ourselves useful. I
Yeah.
get it. Okay. Yeah, I'll untie him and just kind of nod at Kalani to keep an eye on him just in case. Like, I'm not expecting anything, but
And I just return the nod.
All right. So as you untie him, he starts. Where is my other friend?
we did not bring your other friend with us. He should have regained consciousness by now.
We should leave him behind.
Very well.
All right. So as take it, he takes a look around for a moment and seems to have some idea, at least where he is at the moment, and actually does head back towards where you fired, where you took your stand, Safan. So
Okay.
it's not far, maybe 500 meters away, but
Yeah, we'll
just
walk alongside. I mean,
yeah. He heads away, and as you get there, the other guy is starting to get to his feet. And he looks at you, looks at Jax, and
I'm gonna look at him and just make sure that he's okay, like he's not suffering any ill effects.
just do a insight medicine for me. I mean, you're not examining him as such. You're just you're doing
Right.
a visual inspection, visual diagnosis kind of thing.
Xenobiology focus apply?
Yeah, that'll apply.
Okay, 2 successes.
Okay, yeah, there doesn't seem to be any major lingering issues. You stunned them, so Safan stunned them, so you weren't expecting that they seem to be operating relatively finely. As you you hadn't seen much of them before, but their locomotion isn't impeded in any way from what you can tell.
Mm-hmm.
And that's really all. There isn't any signs of mental issues either, either sluggishness or that. So they seem to be in good health. Though actually they do seem a bit slightly undernourished. Not a whole lot, but slightly.
okay.
So the other guy looks to Jax and what's going on? And Jax replies, they're not from around here. I think they want to, and I think the leaders would want to see them. We should, I think, take them to our base. It looks, Jack. So they have a bit further conversation in private, the end result is that the other guy says, "All right, if we're going to take you, come on."
And I just nod and I say, we just want to find our friends.
It doesn't really say anything. Jax does say they probably, if they've been caught and acted like, they're probably on the way to their base as well. So they should be there.
Okay.
It would be most advantageous to have you accompany us on this voyage.
It's not so much a voyage, but all right. And they lead the way off. They seem to be going, from what you remember of the tracking information. They seem to be going in the same direction.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe slightly off, but same basic.
I'm gonna, as we wander off, I'm going to look at Stefan and ask, how are your hands doing?
How are my hands doing? I
assume I healed them.
Yeah. I imagine they're feeling better because it was just 4 stress damage, and that heals after a scene anyway. So
yeah, so this would actually have been a scene change. So they're with the treatment, with the time, they're actually feeling feeling much better. So you're back.
My hands are once again in optimal condition, Doctor. Thank you.
So you
of course
you are at your max stress. Like at your
yeah.
Zero.
I just wanted to make sure. I just wanted to make sure. Yes. Of course.
All right. So that leads. Let's just do a skip right here. The other team arrives first since they've been walking longer. It's from what you see, it's just a place like any other initially, but there are there's like large clumps of rocks around, and leading through one of the narrow passageways, becomes a bit of a warren as the rocks and leads off into like almost like a bit of a maze as they lead through and come out the other end side. In the middle, the first thing you notice as you actually arrive at the leader camp is that there is a big circular stone thing in the middle. Like maybe metal. Yeah, it looks metal or stone. You can't really. You'd have to have a proper look at it.
Nobody touched the sphere.
But,
can I have
Sphere of annihilation.
Can I have just tried to like memorize the pattern in which we went through these like series of hallways?
Okay, give me a reason command.
Command? Ooh.
You got this.
Got it. Got it.
Would my survival or observation focus apply?
I will give you survival.
You have a survival focus, huh?
Yep. Interesting backstory stuff.
Yay, backstory.
Oh wow.
At least it's not a complication.
Oof.
17 and 19, so even if that was
One
science...
of them... Oh no, so yeah, 17 and 19, yeah, no, never mind. It wasn't accepting that I said I had a focus, that's weird.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Yeah, mine isn't either, actually. It's weird.
Okay, so you try to remember, but you actually get yourself a bit confused. You know you don't know. You've sort of lost track of which way you went and when you went down, when you went up, and this area is it's a bit bumpy. So
yeah,
you're not you're sure you know that you've lost. You're well versed enough in survival that you know that you're lost.
Great. Okay. Cool.
It's better to know that you don't know.
That's
rather
true.
than, hey, I know how to get back.
Yes, but do they know that they don't know you now?
If there was a complication, I would have said that you knew, and yeah.
Yeah, I know exactly where I am. Run face first into a wall.
nice work there, Scotty.
All right, so so around this sphere is basically huts and wooden. There is this like just basically wooden huts, shacks really, some cloths and stuff. There is so some barrels and crates with supplies and stuff, but there looks like about 15 or so. There could be 1,800 people living here.
In the woods?
Sure, why not?
It's some kind of.
It's the Renfest planet.
It's the hidden village in Elise.
It's the planet SCA.
Oh my god.
So if you want to do. If you want to do some kind of insight check, you can get more information about why this might be.
Sure, I'll go for it.
Okay, so as I said, it'll be insight, but what discipline?
Command, I'd say.
Command or security, I'll allow.
I'll do command. Alrighty. Can I use my anthropology again?
Yes.
Yay. I'm just gonna ride that workhorse. I'll take the two.
Okay. Yep. So as you feel like this is just from the way that it's just from the people that you can see and the way it's set out, you feel like this is maybe a hidden. They purposely build around here to hide. Hide in the forest and to partly for security reasons. You feel that they may be dispossessed. May have left their previous homes. This is like a constructed, fairly recently constructed village town.
Are we talking a settlement full of refugees?
It does seem like that.
Huh.
Oh, that's better than the alternative.
Yeah, it is.
You do see axes and saws and sickles, things that are more utilitarian but still could be used.
So
used
farm
as
equipment
weapons.
turned to weaponry.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, but nothing like dedicated, like no kind of suits of armor, chain mail, and swords. Pikes.
No. From what you see, there are like sharpened implements, but which could act as swords, but no real, nothing you would equate with designed to be weapons.
It's the
All
SCA. They're all
improvised, yeah. It's
Okay.
improvised weaponry. It makes sense.
It's civilians turned to fighting.
Fantastic.
Yeah. That means they're going to be on edge.
Yeah, I noticed when they captured us.
Well, they didn't kill us, so that's a good sign.
Luckily.
Alright,
I'm
so
worried what they're going to ask of us.
We'll find out.
so there was the third guy that you knocked out with the phaser when you escaped the net. When Stefan, no, it was you that did the whole, wasn't it?
No.
Yeah, it was Mazaka.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was me.
Yeah, the third guy does come up behind you, and it follows. He doesn't really say anything, but he does join the troop.
He's the one who has the phaser, right?
No, the guy in the lead has the phaser.
Okay.
The guy that's in the lead was the main one that you'd been talking to.
These are all mutanimals, right?
I mean, there's animal. There are animals, but there's not just animals. There's.
But they're all kind of mutated in some degree.
Definitely mutated.
Explains why we don't stand out too much.
They're all like they're all once again they're all like very different in looks. There are definitely animal shades, and there are other things that you're not quite familiar with in there as well. So are
we seeing any sort of like shared uniqueness along looks like along families? Or are they all like, for what we can identify as families? Are we seeing any sort of like this is a family of fleas, this is a family of insects, etc., etc.? Are they all kind of like different?
Give me another inside security check.
Sure.
Or you can use a momentum. I'll give you.
I'll spend a momentum.
Okay. So there doesn't seem to be any kind of genetic passage. They're all like different. You don't see family traits, family lines. You're not sure if that is actually because that there are a couple of people that do seem to be family, but you're not sure if they're directly genetically related. So unfortunately, you don't really know, but from what you see, it doesn't seem like that.
Okay. Theories are starting to be built here.
Like, what did they do when we arrived? Like, did they basically put us somewhere? Are we just standing there awkwardly?
At the moment, you're all standing. You're standing awkward while the main guy actually goes into one of the huts to talk with people. The other two are there, basically, sort of standing guard. There's plenty of other people that'll just like sort of staring at you that are unsure what are going on. Some have their hands on weapons ready, but they're not making any direct action.
Have we been searched?
No.
No, you haven't been searched as yet.
Okay.
The only thing that's missing from any of us is Mizaka's phaser.
Okay.
I'm just trying to take in as much as I can.
I have a question. Were we like put in restraints or anything?
No.
Okay.
That is why like people are looking and sort of have their weapons ready. Is that they know something's going on, but they're not sure what it is. So I'll give you the. So they without the knowledge of your previous interactions and the experiences that these guys have had with you, they're basically ready for if something goes down, but they're not acting on it just yet.
Are there any like obvious children?
There are a couple of children, but only like a handful, 5.
Alright.
Alright, so soon after, the main guy leaves you. There's him and this older lady emerge from the shack that he was in, and she's got the same kind of dull linen clothes that everyone has. The basic, unadorned, just tunics, rope for like belt kind of things, and pants and pardon me, and just basic leather shoes. And but I mean, between her and him, the only real difference is what they look like, and that she looks like she seems older. In their clothing anyway. The place does seem like there's only about 10 people in total there at the moment. Seems the vast majority of them have already been are out on their assault. And yeah, she approaches you and greetings. This is unexpected that we would have visitors here. She looks at each of you just with a discerning eye. You can't really tell what she's looking for, but she's taking you in just visually. What brings you to us?
Well, more we were brought to you.
Well, my friend here says that perhaps that you aren't from around this area.
That
We're
would
travelers.
that would be accurate, yes.
And so why would you come here then, since to this area, not specifically here, but to this area?
Well, for lack of a better reason, to learn, to explore.
Yes, you did say something about that. So what have you found so far?
Apparently, we stepped into something close to a war, if I'm reading the situation correctly.
Well, it seems, yes, I would agree with your assessment. So, since you are not from around here, what are your plans? What would you do now?
We had 2 other people here who came with us. I would like to try to find them.
And beyond that, we would like to leave peacefully.
She doesn't seem to react as she continues staring at the captain, at Mzak, or at Lisan. All right. I will see if contact can be made. She pulls out what looks like a sort of like a clamshell. Not so much like clamshell design thing, like a makeup case or a mirror, but in it
So-
it's
So steampunk communicator.
yeah, steampunk communicator. Yeah, she presses some buttons, turns some dials and stuff, and she talks into it.
What in the world?
As far as Dr. Zajar and Kagon say,
Again,
Nice.
wrong era.
Wrong era.
sorry,
Safan.
as Stefan, apologies. As Dr. Zajar and Stefan, they hear this female voice coming out from nowhere, and this is actually from the other guy. He pulls out the exact same device that I described. It is it's about the size, just slightly smaller than the hand, but it fits in the hand. They lift it up and they're able to talk into it, and you basically get confirmation that the that everyone that the other team are where they are, and that they're on their way, and they won't be there. They'll be there shortly, and that Jax is able. It passes over to Jax, and Jax is able to confirm from his discussion what the others have said. So you're backing each other up in terms of two separate groups saying the same thing.
A word? I'm trying to figure out the title of the leader. I'm sorry, I never caught your name.
That was because I didn't give it, but my name is. I've got a. I never come up with names, and that's the problem. Talia.
Talia, okay. I'm Ted. You're communicating. You're speaking with someone through that apparatus.
Yes. I would assume you would have something similar to this, considering the weapon that I was shown.
Similar but different.
Very different. If it's all right, may I take a look at this?
Strictly in the interest of curiosity.
I'll be right here.
She's gonna roll.
All right, a convince roll.
Actually, yeah. Do a presence command check for me.
Can I assist, because Zaka kind of wants to take a look at the steampunk communicator too?
And I got diplomacy.
Like,
Okay, so I will give you diplomacy from Zaka. I will allow Zaka to assist.
Alrighty.
I'm staying out of this. This is not my wheelhouse.
I'm gonna say, I'll say presence engineering for Zaka.
Ooh, okay.
Cool. Alrighty, let's do this.
Roll, boss.
Okay. Can I burn a value?
You can burn a value to re-roll if you want to do that. You can't like retroactively give yourself a natural crit.
Yeah.
Don't do it. It's not worth it.
All right. Yeah. No. Never mind.
It's a communicator.
It was a difficulty too, and say I would. This is the only one we currently have here. It would. Apologies, but I do not trust you yet.
Fair enough. But another question: what is that orb?
We do not know.
We are from very far away.
We have to be scientifically minded. Do you mind if we take a look?
If you would scientifically, he sorts of like doesn't seem to know what the word science even means. But
we're versed. We're versed in the laws of the natural world.
Well, very well. If you believe that you can decipher understand what this thing is, then I will not stop you.
Yes!
All right.
Let me do the science!
Let's get science crew on this.
Science!
Already? Yeah.
But
how do I...
But before I let you go, there is one other question I need you to ask. And she presents. She basically holds out the phaser to you.
Yeah.
This is a weapon that is similar but different to what the power mages have.
Mages.
The ones at the castle.
It's from what we've observed, it has a similar effect, but it uses different It uses a different power.
It uses the means that our tribe uses.
I don't know about your tribe.
Make a oh, try. That's close enough to the truth. Let me see if
I can.
That's close enough to the truth that I'll let it pass. I won't make a roll.
Oh, okay.
And do you think that you would be able to teach us this power to use these weapons like this?
One thing at a time.
I'm pulling aside the captain for a moment. Shit. So, here
Just
it begins.
push it down the line. Just don't answer now.
But I understand if you do not have the authority to give out your information, but
Oh boy, we don't. We
We-
absolutely do not.
but
Nail on the head. There you go.
we would definitely appreciate if we could discuss with someone who does. Yeah, I'm sure that maybe knowing if we could convince you of our situation, that maybe your tribe would be able to assist us in our struggle.
Our tribe has a very specific rule about getting involved in other people's struggles.
Interference often leads to more bloodshed, and we tend not to like having blood on our hands.
We believe that in order for you to grow, you must be able to respond.
I'm doing the whole cutting motion.
You are some strange people. But
I've been called worse.
But if
I think we all have.
if that is how your tribe operates, then that is how it operates.
We're not against dialogue. It's just at this time it's going to be a difficult affair.
Indeed.
Well, if it can't be, then it can't be. Here. And she extends it out slightly further, offering it to you guys. I hope that this demonstration will lead to trust, and that maybe things can happen. But for now, yeah. And she just sort of shakes her head and motions towards. You're welcome to inspect it for as much good as as it might do.
May I ask a question?
Sure.
By the castle, there were things in the air.
The metal.
So can we have one?
Okay. Sorry. By this, about now. It's about now when Dr. Jha and Safan also come in, following the similar path, and arrive. Sort of. There is the reunification of the crew of the Valkyrie.
Nice.
Nice.
I've never seen something fly like that before. Is that also these mages? Did they do that?
Yes, the power mages. These flying ships have been in service for a long time.
What do they do?
And where does that power come from?
Their ships, they take goods and people from one place to another. I'm afraid I do not know anything of the ways of the power mages, so I cannot tell you how it operates. I wish I knew.
So they're not weapons of war?
As much as any other transport can be.
Fair. But you have no idea where they've acquired this power. How long have the power mages been active?
The power mages have always been here. It's only been recently that they've started taking in such aggressive actions. We were farmers. We supplied crops. We dealt with our own things. We traded with them, but recently things have we've lost a number, and we've basically had to come here to escape, to flee, and they will find us, or they will find out the rest of our people, and we're their only hope. If we can fight back, if we can stop them, then our people have a chance, but without...
So they begun some kind of war of conquest?
I do not know what they want. But, yes.
Talia, you said they used a weapon similar to mine. Could you describe it for me?
A bolt of power. If like someone fired an arrow, crossbow, but it exploded with energy. This would be very similar to what you saw almost hit Busan, like in the previous part.
I would like to do a little deductive reasoning here.
Sure. There is also the hypothesis system. So if you guys want to make use of that as well to
right
put together
now,
a broader thing as well, that's possible. But go ahead.
I'm not ready to make a hypothesis. Mainly, this is me acting on a hunch to see if it sounds similar. Is between what I saw and the way Talia is describing it, does this seem like a Romulan disruptor blast?
It wasn't green.
Okay, so
it was more like ball lightning, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was pretty much. Okay. It wasn't green. It wasn't a disruptor ball. It wasn't a it wasn't an energy weapon that you were familiar with.
Right, we got hit by Sompek lightning.
It was the Tesla gun from Warehouse 13.
Oof.
Okay.
Ooh, that's a deep reference. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I got it.
I mean, Tesla gun is pretty self-explanatory.
That's true.
I just wanted to rule out that.
It is pretty much the Tesla gun from Warehouse 13.
So basically, it's not outside interference, and that's the only thing I wanted to rule out.
As far as you're aware, no.
Well, any of the major powers can build a Tesla gun.
Yeah, but why would they build one? We got disruptors. Is the point?
The power shown is akin to what you would expect from this society. If they were to build an energy weapon, this is the kind of energy weapon they would build.
You're just seeing so much anachronistic technology.
I know, it's so strange.
Before we examine your metallic orb here, Talia, I have a question. Do your people have access to food and clean water?
We do have some hunting parties that go out and forage and hunt for food, and there is a stream nearby that is clean.
Okay.
So we can we can live here for now.
Do you have enough to sustain you for a while? If should, for instance, the worst come to pass and you need to evacuate.
We are not in any immediate danger. I do not know how long we'll need to be here, but we seem to be have the provisions we need.
How long ago did this driving out start?
2 months ago.
What triggered it?
We do not know. The only thing we can think of, they developed this new weapon. We hadn't seen or heard of anything like this bolt before.
Guess they're not calling it power from the gods.
All right.
So they would suddenly turn violent because they had a weapon?
Well, they were always
Hostile?
Isolationist?
Disagreeable?
yeah, unagreeable. They were haughty. They were thought themselves superior to us.
Oh, they're elves. Okay.
Oh,
What?
it's a long story. I'll explain on the holodeck later.
Elves.
Yeah, I say that in character. They're elves.
I'd actually be interested in hearing this explanation.
No offense, Stefan.
It seems like it's kind of a class system of some sort.
Yeah,
Well, that would explain part of the level of development.
yeah. So
The gap between the two, yes.
yeah. So from what seeing the weapons, the farming equipment, these were obviously people of the land. They were they obviously either farmed, they either were in the forest or and like cut down trees or harvested fruits or nuts and lived off the land, or they so it's very much very much a peasant versus the nobles kind of elven
Right.
kind of thing.
It's a huge disparity, basically, between the two.
Yeah.
The haves and the have-nots.
Hmm.
A rather classic tale.
Most societies go through this level of development.
I'm getting some background TV or something from someone.
Oh, sorry. I forgot to mute. I had to go throw something away.
Alrighty.
There we go.
Wow.
Okay. So is there anything else?
There
so,
actually is. I do have a question.
as you mentioned, Elsie does once again look oddly at you and shake her head, but she doesn't seem to make a comment on it or.
I'm going to pull down my hood just to reveal my full head. I'm just going to say, so we do have differences among our people, obviously, but we're seeing much more extreme dimorphism here. Is there a particular cause? Because even between families, it seems like there's physical differences.
like she seems to be taken back for a moment, unsure.
We're from very far away, like the other side of
like,
the world.
Like not even sort of understanding the word you used, but she does. She is smart enough to pick up what generally you means, and as far well. I do not have an answer. We are born. She just shrugs, like she doesn't know what to say.
Kalani here. She has knowledge in medicine. Would you mind if she takes a look at some people to just get some knowledge? She may also be able to tend to some of your sick if you have any.
And I just incline my head.
We do have some sick. If there is someone who is able to apply remedies, then that would be gratefully welcome.
Alrighty, I'm gonna.
If there is any information, other information that you gather, then other information you want, then that would be our gift to you in response to that.
We would very much appreciate that. But just one moment. I'm gonna take Kalani aside just as it's me and her.
Right.
All right.
So,
You know the rules. No breaking the Prime Directive. You keep your medicinal remedies local.
I can do that.
And one more thing. I want to know what the heck is mutating these people and if we're at risk.
I can try and do my best, Captain.
I know. Thanks.
I would like to talk to Stefan for a moment if I have the chance.
yeah. So you the two groups break off to talk privately. There doesn't seem to be anyone near you, so even if even if you get near people, they sort of back off. They're still like the other people that are here are still wary of you, even though you know the positive. They're not easy to trust. They're pretty slow to trust, the general people. But yeah. So go ahead.
Stefan, this might be an odd request, but you're newly joined to the conversation. Perhaps you could see if they have some sort of origin myth or some sort of explanation between the two groups. I find often that there is truth in a lot of mythos.
You believe their mythology may have some basis for their actual origin.
Indeed, that's what I'm thinking. I don't know. For so long, half of my family was thought to be a myth. And I just wonder if these people are going through some sort of similar ideology, or something in lore might be an explanation or a excuse or driving force behind the disparity of the two groups.
Intriguing. I have a question of my own, Commander. Given that we
Yes?
know the weapon systems on this planet operate on electrical technology, do you believe we might be able to program our tricorders to disable the weapons remotely?
It's possible. I would have to potentially work with Mazaka to do so, but it would be something we could discuss.
I'm back.
We're talking about potentially disabling the energy weapons, basically.
Using our
Okay.
tricorders. Since it's electrically based, we could basically deionize their weapons.
Possible.
I mean, I'm just curious about where this energy is coming from and why these people are so so aggressive towards these people who clearly have no threatening motives towards them.
There's an old saying on Kate, almost walk the path to peace. If you're not seeking it, you won't walk it.
Interesting.
There is still the conundrum of why these farmers chose to attempt to besiege these mages' stronghold.
Desperation, maybe?
If they're under,
Desperation seems likely.
and if they're under attack, they may not have any other option. If they're concerned that these mages can follow them, and if they have their flying vessels, then they absolutely can. They may not be safe anywhere for long unless they can eliminate this threat.
We don't know how widespread the two groups are either.
So just as a point, you have noticed that there are a couple of from your initial scans of the planet, there were a number of castles.
Okay.
So this is not the only castle.
And they were all giving off similar energy readings?
It was hard to, because of the general electromagnetics just in the area. It was
Right.
hard to pinpoint, but they're all in this this lower like this part of the continent. There's
Okay.
there are other parts that don't have castles, but this part does seem to make sense that either there are different groups of the same kind of people, or it's different, like castles with all under one group.
Right, okay.
Well, then I suppose the question we have to ask then is, if we go after this castle, what's to stop another one from coming after these ones if they are the same group?
Well, the Prime Directive would bid us not to interfere in this conflict.
I know.
At least not willingly.
At least
What
we
if-
got the phaser back. That's...
Can I step back into the conversation at this point?
Yeah.
Yeah, already. So I come back from talking with Dr. Zar.
Mhm.
All right, so we have an assessment of these people, obviously refugees under attack from these, what do they call them, power mages?
Power mages, yes.
Yeah.
Sounds like a Hollow novel class.
I know.
It's ridiculous.
And
But
yet,
so,
here we are.
I don't need to remind everybody that we cannot get involved in any local conflicts.
I'm gonna go around and start treating the sick.
All right. So you approach Talia, and she leads you to where there's basically a hut. There's about 3 people there on the line that have got some kind of injury. So if you want to do some triage, see how badly each one is, what can be done, do some diagnosis.
Cool. I am just trying to figure out, because I have field medicine,
Yeah,
which will help me in this situation.
Yeah, that'll apply. Is it a focus or is it a
It's a talent.
talent? Yeah, that talent. Well, what does a talent say?
That is what I'm trying to find out right now.
Ooh, I have the page open.
Do you?
I do.
Sweet, thank you.
Is field medicine, you said?
Field medicine, yes.
When attempting a medical task, medicine task, you may ignore any increase in difficulty for working without the proper tools or equipment.
All right.
Okay then.
Oh, dang.
That's really good right about now. Doctor gonna doctor.
Yeah.
Doctor got a doctor.
So with that, it will just be a difficulty 1 insight medicine.
Okay. Insight medicine, difficulty 1. Xenobiology focus apply?
Yeah.
All right.
Do you wanna? Oh, I was gonna say you already rolled. Never mind.
So you got two
And boy,
momentum
did
from
she.
that. All right. So as you examine, they're all pretty like if you were. They're all pretty easy to treat. If you were in sick bay, but as you look around, there are things that you can use to you recognize some plants. Strangely, things look familiar. Like in terms of the plants, the trees, they all seem to be fairly Earth-like. Even though this is like many thousands of light years away from Earth, there does seem to be Earth-like trees and stuff here. So you can find like there's splints and one has like a broken leg. It will take a while for him to heal, but you can easily treat that. And there's one sick with some fever, and there's some natural plant-based remedies that you are aware of, going over from with your own knowledge, but also from the notes of Dr. Jensen that he left aboard, and you're able to actually just give me a reason medicine check. So
Okay.
you feel confident in your ability. It'll be a difficulty to.
Okay, I'll take a momentum for cautious.
Okay, so
Okay.
Oh my god.
medicine's gonna medicine.
Jesus.
You've
Well, hello, nurse.
yeah, you were spot
Oh
on
my.
in your analysis of the vegetation around here, and your ability to find natural remedies, apply field without using the special Starfleet equipment. You've been able to treat the 3 of them pretty effectively. So,
No tricorder? No problem.
That's what I'm talking about.
okay, so at the moment, Talia, once you realised that you were talking amongst yourselves, she left and returned to her shack, letting you again. But after she took Dr. Jar to there, she went and returned back to her shack, and you guys pretty much have the run of the area for now, but there are a lot of eyes still on you.
Should probably check out that orb before we oversteer our welcome.
Yeah, I plan to do that. I'm just not sure how I can examine it without scanning it.
The technology's been pretty anachronistic, and they already seen a phaser. I don't know about tricorders at this.
It may as well not bother.
If it would help, Commander, I can attempt to shield you from their eyes.
I mean,
That's
it
just going to
couldn't
draw more
hurt.
suspicion.
Let's just not.
I mean,
If we are simply engaged in conversation and analysis, then there should not be undue suspicion drawn.
Yeah.
we
all right.
don't need. I'm gonna assist on this, by the way.
that's fine.
Yeah,
I
I'm
figure
just
you might
gonna. I'm gonna play interference, like on the Misaka's side.
I figure you're gonna want someone to take an engineering eye at this.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay, so...
Oh, right. So I'm assuming it's reason science for my scan.
Reason science, it'll be insight engineering from Zaka, and I'm going to also allow a control security from Safan
As an assist?
as an assist.
Okay.
May I take
Observation
a...
apply- Actually, would my espionage focus apply here? Or possibly observation?
I will allow espionage since you're trying to make it not look like you're doing something that you are.
Yeah, we're doing the sneaky sneak, so.
So I will allow that.
I'm assuming my analysis focus applies?
Yes. We really need to talk about narrowing that down.
Yeah, I
But-
will. Don't worry. After today, I'm gonna go through them all and kind of tweak them a bit. May I take a momentum for cautious?
You may take a momentum.
And as for me, I don't know if any of my focuses apply, but I'm going to ask my GM.
I will double check. I don't think so, but I will just double check because I am forgetful, as has already been established.
Yeah.
No, you don't have a focus.
Okay, well then I'm taking a momentum too, for mine.
You can't take momentum for assists.
Yeah. You're assisting.
Am I assisting?
You're
Yeah.
assisting.
Oh wait.
I thought he was doing a separate roll.
Yeah. Isn't
Yeah.
he doing like an engineering standpoint roll?
Yeah.
Okay, I was thinking he was doing as a part of his assisters, but if you want to do a separate role, you can do that.
All right. Well,
that's-
can I assist with them, Zaka?
yeah.
Okay, yep.
Okay.
So what are you doing to assist there?
He's
I'm
doing the
di-
same thing Savan did.
Okay,
Yeah.
so control security. If you've got a sneaky thing, focus.
Yeah.
Control security. Okay.
And I am taking that momentum. So
Okay. So it's a difficulty 3 for both of you.
Sweet.
So,
we all
All right.
succeed.
you also,
And we get one momentum back.
so you
Yeah.
started off
Yeah.
at 5, you went down to 4 for a momentum, got the momentum back, so back up to 5, and then Mzaka spent the momentum, so now down to 4 again.
Okay.
So
And I have a free question.
you have a free question. So, it is it's actually a metal ore that this orb is. It's not metal. It's not. It's basically a metal ore. It's sort of like magnetite in that there is magnetic. It gives off magnetic waves. It's actively magnetic as opposed to iron, which just sort of reacts to magnetic fields. This actually generates magnetic fields.
When looking at it, is it like just a hunk of rock, or is it like shaped? Like this isn't my question. I'm just asking generally.
It is. There is some shaping to it, but as you look it down into it, it does seem to have been sculpted from something that was already there.
All right. So, does it seem to be composed of elements or minerals that coincide with the planet? Like, does it seem like it's like a naturally occurring
So,
piece
yeah,
of metal, or like basically meteorite or something like that?
so as you sneakily scan, you see this is just one nodule of veins and veins of this ore that find their way throughout the entire area. This stuff permeates throughout the geology
Holy
of
shit.
the planet.
Curious. I wonder if this material could be responsible for the electromagnetic eddies.
It's a reasonable assumption.
As far as your engineering goes, Mzaka, what are you engineering out of this?
I'm running along the same lines as Steph is right now. and that I'm assuming our tricorders are communicating with each other, letting each other know. And I'm going, could this material be what they're using to capture and like
disperse?
Yeah, basically what they're using as their capacitor for the electromagnetic eddies.
So for the, you believe that there does actually seem to be, from your scans before, you didn't make the connection, but now you're reading this connection. The metal ships are made of basically the refined version of this ore. That there is literally magnetic repulsion. The ships fly because this ore is throughout the entire ground, and it's made out of the ships. So there is that kind of.
It's literally repelling itself.
It's literally repelling itself.
They literally have a naturally occurring magnet they're sitting on.
So are these are they following along certain geological veins, like as a
They
sort of
must be.
like a ley line?
There are, yeah. So there's
Eyebrow.
veins, as I mentioned, but they're so prevalent that they might. It's basically like the entire areas, like. No matter which way you go, you're gonna bump it. There's a vein that's close by.
So it's not like shipping lanes that like you would get in the ocean, following certain certain
well,
tides.
Particularly in this area, it's pretty open. You're not sure further away if it does in more of shipping lane kind of thing.
So I got one more question. I don't know if this is going to end up having to be a momentum spend. Is this material replicatable?
There doesn't seem to be anything that is. I mean, this is basically magnetite on Earth, but a different. I mean, it's very similar to that. So that magnetite's replicatable. So this should be. I'm not making you spend momentum for that.
Okay.
Is there any evidence that this material was carved here, or was this ore moved to this location?
It seems like it was carved out of the ground, from what I gathered.
Yeah, I'm giving that from basically a observation focus and a scans. It's definitely connected into the natural veins that are throughout this area. It's all part of one.
Like it erupted from the planet. I thought like maybe it was a giant piece of like an asteroid or something, and then they had carved it out, but it actually basically came out of the planet, and then they kind of smoothed it out.
Okay then.
That also explains why readings on this planet are so difficult.
I'm glad I didn't take a compass.
What's our time?
About 20 minutes.
Yeah, we got 20
left.
minutes.
Okay, there we go.
Can we check back into the doctor and see if she's gotten any progress on what's causing these mutations?
Okay. So I will. Can you give me a reason medicine for that?
Yep. I'm gonna take another momentum for cautious though.
Yep.
Please
Feel
do.
free.
Using my genetics focus.
Using your genetics focus.
Woo!
Okay.
I'm gonna re-roll that 0.
Yep. It's a difficulty 3 as well, so I forgot to mention that.
Yeah. I'm gonna re-roll that 0.
Oh,
No.
You are there is definitely mutation here, from your reading, but I mean maybe it's the magnetics, but you don't really have the information to confirm or
I'm gonna go back to the captain and just tell him just from my insights and my gut feeling, it seems like there's something unusual going on here genetically with these people, but without running a scan, I'm afraid I can't tell you exactly what's going on.
Have you known any cases of where significant portions of electromagnetism have caused genetic abnormalities?
Um,
Do another reason medicine check.
yeah.
Difficulty 2.
Alright, I'll take another momentum for cautious.
Okay.
Do you have the quick study talent,
I
by the way?
do not.
Damn, that would be so useful to have right now.
It would be.
Or studious, yeah.
Okay, you get a momentum back, and
There we go.
you know, like, you didn't think. For some reason, there wasn't that connection. But yeah, I mean, actually, yes, you are actually now very certain that you remember instances within medical reports and papers that have been filed that have resulted in particularly high electromagnetic energies being able to distort and change genetics.
Definitely different radiations can cause genetic mutations and cancers and a bunch of other genetic related health problems. It's certainly possible, Captain.
It's fair. But that doesn't explain why the power mages, they don't seem to be affected if this is the other group.
They were wearing those strange suits,
Some kind of insulators?
perhaps.
Well,
Almost like they were wearing Faraday cages.
wait a
And
second.
don't those repel electromagnetic inference, right?
And their door had a Faraday cage over it.
They're keeping themselves safe and affecting everyone else on this planet.
It may not be them who's affecting everyone. If these veins are natural, then this whole planet has been giving off radiation for some time. The mutations are changing. We're not dealing with a caste war. We're dealing with a race war.
So the mutations have been going on since the recorded history? Is that what we've been able to glean?
Like the source of the mutation has been here since the planet has been here. So as long as there's been people on the planet, there has been mutations. So
Okay, because I'm wondering, like we clearly have a human analog here, and that would have to be here since millions, millions of years due to evolution. But mutations on this scale would have to happen really fairly recently to still be a to be a diversion between human analogs that aren't mutated and human analogs that are.
When they started harvesting the veins, that's where the Power Majors technology comes from. They have harnessed this electromagnetic power. It's probably increased it would be like someone who's using refined uranium versus a raw version of it.
It's toxic waste.
Except the toxic waste is in the soil, and unlike uranium, it's everywhere.
Damn it.
And without those castles that they're staying in, these people are subjected to the byproduct.
If they left the area, would they still suffer from this effect, or would it possibly lessen?
I mean, it could lessen, but
But this ore is spread across the planet, most likely.
It's mostly this continent, though, isn't it?
The scans of the initial planet didn't really know anything about this ore, so you don't really know, apart from this local area, which you know it's prevalent, you don't really know much about it beyond that.
Can we send a text communique up to Rogeson and have her run a geological scan?
We could simply run a scan from the runabout.
the interference was too strong to get any
That's a fair
accurate
point.
readings.
I was hoping to get a... Sorry.
I'm confident that if we return to the ship, I might be able to make some modifications to the sensors, and maybe we'll be able to penetrate this. If it's simply a local phenomenon, I would rather relocate these people and give them a chance at a decent life.
Yeah,
Agreed.
there's nothing saying we can't just hand them a handwritten map.
Exactly.
The Prime Directive does allow for exceptions in the case of natural disasters that would severely affect a planet's climate, and I believe this is one such circumstance.
Anything's better than extinction.
These people can't keep up this level of genetic mutation forever. It would lead to the extinction of the species.
The problem is that it wouldn't. We're dealing with the same species here.
Yes, except one has adapted.
Yeah. The power mages
seems.
would probably be fine for however long they can keep their enclaves up.
But even then, I haven't been able to take a look at them and see if their measures are enough.
Damn it.
Unfortunately, it is unlikely they would be agreeable to our attempt to do so.
No, and we can't reset their whole society. This is exactly why there's the Prime Directive.
Alright, while this conversation is going on, can I get everyone to do an insight security check, please?
Oh crap! It's a
man.
perception roll.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
Oh crap! Everybody says.
Yep.
Yeah, that's about
Sorry.
right for me.
Insight. Sorry, you said insight security.
Insight
Yeah.
security.
And
Oh, I'm rolling like 16s and 19s. That's not fair.
At least you're not rolling 20.
Does observation apply? for this?
Observation will apply. Okay, both Safan and Thezerath notice as they're discussing this, out of the corner of their eye, someone rushing in, one in the similar clothes into the shack where Talia had gone in. It seems urgent.
Something's happened.
Really?
What do you mean? What'd you see?
Someone just ran into Talia, was it? Into her
Yes.
her
Cabin?
enclave. Yes.
Hut. Alright, Talia wants us to know what's going on, that she's going to tell us.
Just to be on the safe side, though, I try to link my tricorder up to the runabout.
This is going to be difficulty 4. Reason engineering.
Can I assist?
Yeah.
And I'm taking a momentum.
'Cause I've
Actually,
got
I'm-
reason.
I will
Yeah.
allow one person to assist on this, since it's a tricorder. I won't allow any more, but...
Okay.
Alrighty.
Focus.
Because you are trying to connect, I will allow your small chip designs to
Okay.
fire.
Okay.
Okay, you got it.
Yes.
Okay, so you do connect to the shuttle. What are you
Okay.
able? What are you able? What do you want to do?
Am I able to remotely either get the transporters to beam us out of here if this is an attack, or to remotely pilot the shuttle over so that we can make a rapid escape?
You have some minimal control. You could. It would be trying to like pilot shuttle by a controller remotely, but it would be feasible. You could also try beaming, but this is with the targeting. You may not even be successful in that unless you pull out your pattern enhancers, and then you get to leave those behind.
Which I'm not want to do in a crowded area.
Well, I'd fly us back over and beam them up.
Yeah, I don't like the idea of using transporters in the middle of a crowded area either.
No, I know. This is like a, in case of oh shit, get out card.
It'd be less detrimental to bring the shuttlecraft to us.
Okay.
All right, so I will give you another, like you're connected to the ship, so you're getting information from the ship, but to actually try and hook it into the flying, the con sensors, that'll be another engineering reason with the shuttle's computers engineering.
Difficulty?
Difficulty will be 3.
I'll roll for the shuttle.
Okay.
Ball. Computers engineering.
Oh!
Okay, computers engineering.
Okay, good thing it's already there. I don't know why I did 2. It's up to 1.
Let's re-roll that. Just
Okay, once.
I mean, I would have, if I were to take that, I would have to take the first one, which is the 0. But it's 1 for the ship.
I don't know why I keep saying 2.
Let me take a look at the character sheets. I've been figuring out how to fix this stuff. So keep going.
All right, but that I will count that as a 1 anyway.
Yeah, it's just screwing up. So.
The update caused some stuff to bug out.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's.
Either way, it's a success.
Yep.
So from now on, we'll take whatever the first column is when we do starship tasks, just so that that is clear, because that's a bug that we'll have to deal with. But yeah, you got a momentum back, and you're able to. You know the shuttle computer systems well enough to gain access to the control, the navigation remotely, and you can try to navigate remotely. Because you're aware that something's up, I'm going to give you this. You see a couple of people emerge where you came out of. These guys, they're not the locals. These guys have the Power Mage's armor on.
Uh-oh.
And
Shit.
And they basically yell, "No one move if you value your lives."
I step in front of Mizaka, and I step in front of Mizaka and Thesaurus.
Yeah, so Talia does peer out, and she seems to recognize the Power Mage that's spoken, and Talia, and just sort of beckons her over with a two-finger movement. We have something to discuss. And for a moment, there's a quiet conversation that happens between the Power Mage and Talia.
Is anyone able to listen in on it?
Zaka,
I could do that.
Yeah. Roll.
I might be able to.
Insight perception.
Insight what?
Insight security with your 3 dice.
Okay, for me.
For you.
Fuck me.
Oh no.
I'm
Visualize
gonna,
it.
Yeah, I'm taking
Get
the
rid of
2.
some.
I'm taking the 2 momentum to wipe that out.
Okay.
It'll be cool if he actually noticed.
So.
Oh damn it! That would have been a cool moment.
So there was a loud.
I keep it just in case.
you hear other people in the background. There's like about 8 of them. 8 power mages all up that you can hear, and that sort of distracts you from the conversation for a moment, but you come back in. And basically at the moment, it's a hushed conversation, but the power mage is giving Talia an ultimatum.
Commander, if we could surrender, disable their weapons, now would be the time.
Surrender you guys, or the power mages will kill everyone here.
You're fucking kidding me.
Surrender us, not like their whole village.
So basically, she has a choice between letting her people die or giving you guys up.
We're fucked.
You're so fucked.
Wait, did you relate this to everyone else?
Yeah, I relayed that under my breath.
I'm going to step forward.
And I'm going to do that con check now.
Yeah, I'm going to draw the attention while they're doing that. Excuse me, if I may have a word, please?
Captain.
I think I have an idea of what I'm doing. Hang on.
That is a risk, considering what I just said. What do you want?
I feel like I'm part of what's going on, so if it wouldn't hurt to be included in the conversation.
I'm making that roll. Control con
Okay,
difficulty
so
what?
It'll be... the first roll will be a difficulty 4.
And I would like to assist by drawing the attention.
I'm going to give you 3 threat for 2 extra die.
Okay. So do a command perception.
Perception?
Presence, sorry.
Fuck.
Presence. Command presence. Okay.
Fuck. I just crashed the runabout.
You have a determination. You can re-roll that.
I used that last time, didn't I?
No?
No?
No, I used mine. You did not use yours.
Okay, yeah. I'm thinking outside the no. I'm protecting the ones I care about with my life. I'm re-rolling those 2 die.
Okay, so that's your determination to do that?
Yep.
And let's...
Doesn't-
fuck me!
So...
Oh! I mean,
That's
there's 4 successes and a complication.
so
Let's see.
Oh, no. Yeah,
So
yeah,
it's-
4
it's-
successes.
it's only 3, I'm not counting.
3, because we only count in the first column.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
Oh,
No,
does the runabout do anything?
Yeah, I need the runabout to roll too.
Yeah,
Alright.
so that'll be a engines con for the shuttle.
Someone else want to roll that for me?
I'll do it.
Yeah.
We're in the Balder, so
Wait, no, I thought I was making a separate roll. Command roll. That's
You are.
what you said. Yeah.
So yeah, the presence command was a separate roll to distract, to draw the attention.
I'm distracting you.
What
you
was it?
turd
Engines?
blossom.
What was it? Engines con?
Engines
con.
con, yes. The first roll, whatever that is.
Hey, Beth.
Okay. Yes.
We only get the first one.
yeah.
I know, but
But
it's still
still.
a success.
It means I still successfully piloted the thing.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey, guys.
Yes.
Maybe it just decloaks.
As Mazaka's doing this, I would like to attempt to remotely disable these guys' weapons.
Okay. I will.
Can I assist with that?
Okay. I will get you guys to do that in a sec, but I will just
Okay, sure.
relay what happens first. So you connect into the shuttle. You sort of have your back to the others as to the power mages. You're sort of standing like sort of behind the captain as you try to do this. And yes, you're getting there. You start up the engines. You start slowly flying it. You move forward, and the signal drops out. As far as
Even with 4 successes?
even with 4 successes, the shuttle is up, going forward. you've lost the signal. You can try and reconnect it. But
Yes.
but it's not crashing. It's not. It's coming in the area. You just can't give it any more commands. That's what's happening. But let's go back to Safan and Thesaurus. Can I get you? So how are you trying to disable the
I'm basically giving him the frequency of like everything we've scanned.
Yeah. But we're basically looking to de-ionize these things.
All right.
If they don't
So
hold a charge, they won't be useful.
I'm gonna say I will let you use your phaser to do this. But
I was trying to do it with the tricorder, but okay.
Because the tricorder is more reading than.
What if you turn the tricorder into a lightning rod?
Not what I'm looking to do exactly, but
The phaser is like a big kind of like you would have to hit them individually, and that could put people at risk.
So I mean, with the phaser, I will allow there to be some kind of like some kind of overpowered explosion that will disable the things in the area. It's like a small EMP kind of thing.
no, because if I was going to use my
but-
phaser, I'm just going to set it to area and shoot them all.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so,
but that's going to put people at risk.
Yeah, that's the problem.
So like having to use a phaser is risky, but it will, if it goes off, then it will disable everyone in the area. But
What about, is there some way that I can use either the tricorder or the phaser to detonate an E EMP?
Alternatively, we do also have comm badges.
you know what?
Also-
I will allow you to use a phaser and like doing it at a set frequency, firing it at the sphere in the middle. That I will allow that to create an EMP large enough.
Oh, that's going to be interesting.
Let's do that.
Let's do that, yeah.
Okay. So this will be a difficulty 4 again.
Okay.
But
You're killing us, Baz.
this is
No,
well
I-
out of the usual use of a phaser. Yeah.
Okay,
So for you, I'll just make it control security. But
Okay.
Lasan, give me reason science.
All right. I'd like to burn my determination.
Okay,
Yeah.
Yep.
Using the value of necessity as the mother of innovation.
Perfect.
Good one.
Very
I'd
good.
also like to take that last momentum to buy a die.
Okay.
That's
Go for it.
fine. Can I use my survival focus or my pacifism?
You gotta tone those down.
You know what? I will allow you to use your pacifism focus, since this is
Yes.
specifically a way to de-escalate by disabling the ability to fight.
Okay.
So I'll allow
So-
that focus. So
Hey,
roll.
hey, Safan also has survival as a focus.
Well, I have
s-
my hand phasers focus, which I'm assuming applies.
Yes, that will apply. All right,
Okay.
so you've got the
Excellent.
4. So the sun, do your assist.
Let's
5.
got some
One.
momentum back.
The first one. Okay, so so you guys look at each other for a moment, and you realize you have the same idea. Using your scans from previously, you realize you send Safan a frequency. Safan sets the frequency and fires it at the center, holds it, and in a moment there's a blast of energy as the EMP. The head the head power mages realizes. It takes a moment for him to realize that you're holding a weapon, but he responds. he takes his forearm, so places his palm against, like, halfway up his forearm, and then just strikes down through the, like, so rubbing the grate against his forearm down to the hand, and as the palms connect, there's a spark which generates the ball of lightning that sits in his hand. As he goes to throw it,
I immediately tackle Stefan.
Hold on.
And this is how Mazaka loses control.
hold on, let him finish.
And as the EMP blasts, but it just sort of vaporizes. It vanishes the ball of electricity as it sort of disperses the energy. And
I would like to renegotiate the terms of our agreement.
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep walking closer till I'm side by side with Talia.
And I'm going to try and reconnect.
But that's where we're gonna have to leave it for now. Time
Alrighty.
is up for the episode. So thank you everyone for joining us. Hope you've had as much fun as I have had tormenting my players this episode. So look out for part 4 of Lightning in a Bottle of Valkyrie Flight!